Alright, well, we're not done with the convoy attack. We're right back onto another convoy attack, but this time they have an escort. So the enemy fleet, oh, this is a pretty massive fleet here. So we've got 2 battleships. Now BB, those are Dreadnought era battleships, are they not? Or well, let's see. Let's read the description first, and then we'll kind of look at it. You can build an expensive battlecruiser or create a flotilla of cheaper cruiser types. The convoy is escorted by armored cruisers and a pre-dreadnought. Their mission is to destroy all cargo ships within their time limit. Oh, cool. Thank you. Honestly, you're more than welcome. I know a little bit about naval stuff, but I'm not as well versed in it and as a lot of other things. Like, I have a lot of the basics down, but you're very welcome. Yeah, so it says 1 pre-dreadnought, but that sounds like they have 2. Maybe they changed the because they have been updating this alpha as they go along. They may have changed the mission parameters from this description, but what I'm seeing, they've got 2 battleships, 1 heavy cruiser, armored cruiser, 1 light cruiser, so 2 light cruisers, and then you have 6 transports. Now they will not retreat. Yeah, and it says pre-dreadnought, but BB is usually a dreadnought, as you say. Oh, now notice my pop filter's a little away. Okay, but the important thing is they won't retreat. Yeah, pretty much, but what else are you going to do with it? You know, so. All right, so we got a lot of technology we can do. We got guns and fire control. I think with this, we go heavy cruisers rather than the light cruisers, because I don't think light cruisers, well, I know they won't stand up to all this. So probably a couple heavy cruisers. We'll see. So guns and fire control. Pretty straightforward. Might want to go with that one first, but we also have shells and torpedoes, and I probably will put torpedoes on those heavy cruisers depending on what they can have. We have survivability and maneuverability, so this would give us more armor and engine technology, which does help. And then just more funds, which would allow us to get more ships. We have a lot of money, more so than I think we had last time. Yeah, by a good margin. So we'd probably be able to get quite a few heavy cruisers, maybe 3 or more. I'm leaning towards the gun and fire control, but I also like the shells and torpedoes. But we'd have to, in my opinion, we'd have to kill some of these escorts before we start thinking about doing the torpedoes. Let's go guns and fire control. We'll go simple first, and then we'll see what we've got licensed to. I mean, honestly, we might be able to squeeze in 2 battle cruisers, because the last time with this one, the battle cruiser we built, I really didn't use the funding fully. I might be able to build 2 battle cruisers. So let's go guns and fire control and see what we can pull off, because 2 battle cruisers might be able to do this. Especially as we have 3 times the amount of time to do it, and they will not retreat, so we don't have to worry about chasing them down. Alright, so it looks like we have the same hull types we had last time. So this mission, I'm either going armored cruiser for the heavy cruiser, or I'm going battle cruiser, and we'll aim for 2 of them. Might be hard to pull that off, though. As long as we stay under 50%, though. I don't know what kind of guns to bring. I'll have to think about that. But let's look at the battle cruiser setup first. We don't have to go full 20,000 tons. Like, we could go less than that. Definitely, we don't probably need that much speed. The range is irrelevant right now. I'm going to drop the speed down. Let's aim for, I don't know, let's say 26 knots. We'll say that for now, and then we'll play around with it. Engines. Let's go with some of the better tech that we can do. I'll probably move this around. I'll go with induced rather than forced for now. Main thing you get is funnel capacity. We'll go with induced. Not sure if I want to do this just yet. I'll go with the simple shaft. We'll go with, yeah, we'll go higher level armor, Krupp 2. Torpedoes may be a problem because there was a couple light cruisers. I do want barbettes because I don't want to have an ammo explosion. Go bulkheads and anti-flooding. I like that. Citadel. I really think we can pull this off and get 2 of them. I mean, we haven't put in the guns yet, so it's hard to say. But let's take a little bit of a preliminary look out. We'll do a really rough sketch and see where we're at. So we'll put the tower in. We need a secondary tower. We'll go with the highest level tower we can get. Not really sure where I want to place this just yet. Let's just place it as far up as we can. Some of these later hull designs, you can fit a lot of things on the towers themselves, so that can be interesting. Funnel. We may only need one. So we can fit a funnel on this as well, so we could go two. But with one, we'd have 94.3% engine. Do we want to go with the largest funnel then? Maybe but what's the? I mean, you'd really have to sit down here and do the math. This is 500 tons and 210,000 versus 550. The difference of funnel capacity of 2. You have less smoke interference, which could be good. Let's say we do 2 of these things. That way, if we take some funnel damage, it's not going to be too big of a deal. Potentially. We could even go down to a medium funnel if we really wanted to. Something like that. Still have 100% efficiency. We're starting to get really close to this, and I haven't even put the guns on, though. So I'm starting to worry. I mean, we could, again, drop the tonnage a lot. That would save us a lot of money. So far, it's not really changing the hull too much. Yeah, okay, we'll go down as far as we can on the tonnage. All right. Because we're nowhere near our tonnage limit. The cost is the more problem. So we'll see. We can do barbettes of both sides, although I think we're gonna have a little bit of a hard time getting big guns here. Let's see what our main guns are gonna be looking like. So we can do 9 to 16-inch guns. I have a feeling that we're gonna have a hard time getting some of the bigger guns on this central spot here. Let's see how big we can go. 13-inch guns fit. 14-inch. 14-inch guns can fit. 15-inch guns can fit. Okay. So far, I'm not being stopped. 16-inch. Okay, we can fit as big a gun as we want. I mean, does the triple barrel change that? Oh, it does. Okay, so that isn't necessarily the best example. What's our mark technology? Ah, okay. We don't want to use 15-inch or 16-inch guns because our technology drops off suddenly. Best we can get is Mark IV guns, but those would be 10-inch guns, which might be enough, especially if with a higher technology. What's the difference between a Mark III gun? You get a lot of accuracy. All right, let's go with 10-inch guns. Can we get away with 3 barrels? Can. All right, I'm going to see what we can get away with. I can also turn off the snapping to get more precise control of where we want to put things. We already know we cannot put barbettes down, though, right? So I cannot... And these are for more the secondary guns. I can't fit the big guys on there. Even if it's just a small guy. Yeah, I can't do that. We'll think about that. Might still do it. Okay, so... We have 10-inch guns, right? Might want to put that further back if we aren't going to go too crazy here. Another 3-1. There. So, that's pretty good. You get more accuracy with going less. Let's go with the... Okay, cost is still okay. Side guns. Maybe we go 10-inch guns, but we only do doubles. Okay, we're still within cost. We've got 4 weight offset, but I can get rid of that. But like one thing we could do is we could do this, and then put like I don't know, 8-inch gun, dual 8-inch gun here. Could do that. What's the technology? Mark IV. Did that drop the accuracy here? I think that's what happens if you mix up guns. Let's just double check. Yeah, it drops your accuracy if you use different types. Does it drop the accuracy if you have different number of barrels on your guns? It does. So we have to stay uniform. I really wish they would do away with that because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So if we want the best accuracy, oops, no, we want side guns. Yeah. 10-inch triples. So does this drop the accuracy of this gun? It does. So having side guns at all drops the accuracy here. That's interesting. So we don't have to have them. And then having the... I don't know why it works that way. Maybe it's the offset. That could be it. Maybe we're getting worse and worse offset. That may very well be true. Well, there you have... It's pretty much the same, isn't it? It hasn't dropped at all. Okay. Well, we can get away with that. I'm alright with that. Then we could put the 8-inch guns here. Just check to see... It has dropped the accuracy, but not as much. Again, it might just be that massive weight offset. Yeah, the accuracy goes way up if you don't have an offset. Okay, so that's something where I haven't really paid too much attention to, but it makes a lot of sense. Now we've reduced the offset. We lost a little bit of accuracy, but that's not too bad. I like that. So we've got 6 10-inch guns and 4 8-inch guns. I mean, that's probably a little underpowered. I'm going to push that up a little bit, and I'm going to try and get another gun in here. Go with more 8-inch guns. Maybe these will suck against the enemy we're facing. Maybe it's not going to be enough to penetrate their ships. I'm not sure. I mean, we're going to play around with this until we figure it out. We might actually be better off just getting more 10-inch guns, but I'm going to try it and we'll see how it works. Okay, what else can we do? So that's our armament, let's say. I mean, we have casement guns we can do. 2-inch guns. These might be good against those transports. Just have a lot of, and the lighter ships, they're fairly accurate at close range. We get a lot of them. All right. Double hull. I do want some anti-torp protection because we potentially have enemies, although I don't know how hard I want to go with that. We are starting to cut into our costs. Okay, so technology-wise, we're doing pretty good. Speed-wise, we're doing pretty good. I haven't really done anything down here yet, so I might... Let's just turn off the anti-torp for now. But we definitely want something better. I kind of like white powder. It's a pretty across the board, pretty good shell explosive type. Could go with heavy shells for more damage, although yeah, we're still doing good on that. We haven't done range fighting, which we absolutely need. Okay, that's going to push the cost. All right, well, oh, our armor's very weak. Okay. That is a little bit of a concern. Drop the speed a little bit. Okay. So range finding. Radio is unimportant, I think. It's just communications. We might want to do some turret stuff for the traverse speed. Then some enhanced reloading. A lot of it comes down to whether we can afford it or not, though. So, can we drop cost enough? 24 knots. Okay, so 24 knots on these guns. I'm a little concerned about our armor coverage. This is really weak. We're also very underweight. Push the belt a little bit. Costs that much to do so. It looks like 4.6 inches is about as good as we're going to get. I mean, we do have Krupp level 2, which is going to increase that strength quite a bit, but we have to expect the enemy to have similar. All right, we'll see. We'll see. I have a feeling this isn't going to work out. I think the heavy cruiser is probably going to be the better thing to do, because first off, I'm thinking it will be better protected or similarly protected, and I might not have that hard of a time matching the firepower. All right, well, we'll give it a chance, see how it works out. But 2 ships against all those enemy ships might be a little bit too much. Okay. 2 battle cruisers versus 2 battleships, 1 heavy cruiser, 2 light cruisers, and 6 transports. All right, let's start this off trying to figure out who we're aiming at. I'm gonna guess that's a battleship. No, that's a cruiser, I think. That's a cruiser hull. So we're aiming at our cruiser right now. That's a battleship. That's a very much pre-Dreadnought battleship. I don't really know why they're listed as BBs. Those guns don't look particularly powerful either. Okay. Alright. What's our accuracy? Aiming at who we're aiming at. Very low at the moment, but we're still range finding. What's the range to our target? 4.1 kilometers. It's pretty close. I don't like those ranges. I'm going to start pulling off. Leo, we have to sink every ship. Doesn't matter. So we should focus on the warships because they can actually fire guns at us. In my opinion. I'm going to try and pull away so we can use the range of our guns more effectively. Because I think our guns are probably going to be better than our opponents. Ideally, we go after the battleships rather than the cruisers here, because I think the cruisers are going to be harder to hit. But I'm pretty sure we're aiming at a heavy cruiser right now. Alright. Did it? Is there... Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right, Leo. That is indeed 100% of transports. Well, I'm still going to do it my way. Because the transports can take a beating, as we've seen in the past. And I'd kind of like to eliminate the threat to us. Although saying that, what we could do... Oh, that's right. I have to detach them. That sucks. Well, we now have to live with that choice. Let's switch to HE. I don't know what happened to my camera there. I must have clicked something wrong. Okay. Alright, I think we're going to do Leo's strategy and just kill the transports. That is true. Good point, Brunswick. So our deck might be at threat. Okay, that probably hurt that transport quite a lot. They're on fire a lot of places. Alright, where are the rest of their transports? All back here? Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to circle around. We're going to continue to fire at this transport, but I have a feeling that that's going to die soon. I'm going to actually switch targets because they've got all this smoke obscuring. I kind of want to... I don't want to fire into the smoke. I'm not 100% sure how that works in this game, if it only protects the ship that's doing it, or if it protects all the ships around it. I think it protects all the ships around it, so in that case, we're probably not going to have an easy time hitting that thing. We're just going to circle around, and then we're going to start hitting these guys in the back. Alright, let's speed up time. We'll let this guy burn a little bit. We've already got him down to less than... Well, he's going to be less than 50%, I think. Okay, that guy's engine's gone, so he's going to be a sitting duck. Another good hit. We are over-penetrating, unfortunately. That looks good. The flooding is going to be more important than the fires, because as you can see, this guy is already putting out the fires. So any flooding damage we do is going to be excellent. Okay. I'm gonna get it nice and close, and we'll just knock out as many of these transports as we can. I'm gonna let both ships kind of get a salvo off on this guy. Then we're gonna switch to this transport because this guy is gonna be. Their transports are kind of pulling into their defense, which I don't like. We've got a lot more time though, so we can kind of take our time with this. This is the one we already heavily damaged. His fires are out though. We have to watch these cruisers, make sure they don't get in too close to us. We can now see what they have. 21.5, so we can outrun these light cruisers. Oh, not that one. That one has the same speed we do. 21 knots, 16 knots, 16 knots. Yeah, it's looking good so far. I mean, even though I think there's a lot of things that need to improve, just like gameplay mechanics, some things they need to add, but it's pretty damn close and it's pretty enjoyable as is. Really, they just need to get the campaign up and running, which of course obviously is going to take the most effort on their part, so it's not really too surprising, but that's what is the last thing they need to do. Okay, we got this guy burning. Let's switch targets back to this guy. These light cruisers are starting to get pretty damn close. I have to watch out from torpedoes from them. We'll kind of start pulling away from them. Yeah, I just want to like light these guys up with fire every so often. Let them burn a little bit. Although we're starting to get... Okay, that's... Okay. That one already burned down. That one's hurting. Okay, let's switch targets back to this guy. Actually, this guy. Oh, we're burning. That's not bad, though. This guy's... he's burning okay. He's got some pretty significant flooding damage. There we go. The closer we get, the more accuracy we're going to get out of these guns. Let's look at them. 9-inch guns. 9-inch guns. 7-inch guns. Where's the heavy cruiser? Heavy cruiser has 11-inch guns. That's a little threatening. But it's the furthest away from us. Okay, this guy's looking like he's starting to hurt. Let's switch targets again. Probably what's happening, and this is something they need to fix, is once ships get kind of close to each other, they get a little derpy because they're afraid they're going to run into each other, so they start doing really weird stuff. So that's one of the things that they need to kind of improve, is just like the AI handling of being close to other ships. So they don't freak out so much about it. Doesn't look like either of them have fired torps off on me, and they're starting to go away. Okay, that one sunk due to the fire. So there's this transport that's pretty hurt. There's this one, which is also fairly hurt. And then there's this one, which you haven't really done anything to yet. Alright, I'm gonna let these guys get their salvos off. Actually... Oh, our guy took an engine hit. He's peeled off. They've detached from each other, I think. And if they haven't detached from each other, they need to. So Bravo, what I'm going to need you to do is detach. Okay, so Bravo, you've taken flooding damage. You need to slow down so you don't take more flooding damage. Then we'll kind of have you peel off. You, on the other hand, are going to start pulling in a little bit. So somebody hit us. What is the diagnosis? Probably that 11-inch hit. All right, I'm gonna let him do his last salvo here, and then we'll switch to this target. Now they'll fix the flooding damage. We've got repairs and stuff. I didn't get an auxiliary engine, which would have helped for the engine repair, but they'll get that under wraps eventually too. As long as we stay within the limits of the damage, we should be okay. Let's have you focus on the ship that's like kind of okay. I'm afraid these two ships are gonna get away. That was some good hits. Let's have you start turning around. Let's have you do the same. Start turning this way. Because we need to kill this transport and that transport. This one's still burning pretty good. This one's really hurt. Well, not as hurt as I would have thought. But we'll hit these guys that aren't burning, and hopefully they burn down. I need you to take tighter. Hey, Math. Honestly, so far, I didn't expect the battle cruisers to do as well as they're doing, but they're doing pretty well. I think it was just more of the ridiculous time limit we had in that other mission just didn't work in favor of the battle cruisers. This guy's trying to slip away. I mean, he's very slow. We'll be able to catch him. Although, Bravo has been really slowed down. What nation are we? I didn't pay attention. Are we Spain? Or... It's kind of hard for me to make out that flag. Let me get close. Maybe Austria-Hungary? Yeah, and honestly, there was a challenge that really helped me a lot. Kind of figure some things out. But some of these challenges are tough, that's for sure. How you doing? You're still hanging together. So there's 4 transports still up. US? Yeah, that makes sense with the names. Yeah. You've stopped burning. Oh, you're starting to get hit. That guy's almost dead. We'll just kind of stay on him until he's dead. No, they're starting to move into that smoke. Let's switch to that target because I don't think he's in the smoke. How's your repairs going? I don't think the flooding has progressed. Just kind of stayed in that one compartment. Yeah, this guy may flood. Although, I think it's contained within those compartments, so it may not. Oh, I'm at double speed. I didn't even notice. He's very wrecked. Maybe let him burn, because he is burning pretty good. Let's switch to this guy. Hopefully those last couple shells hit. I don't know. That side was probably going to do some good stuff. Let's see. He's kind of turned away from me, though. Let's have you switch to this guy. Then I want you to catch up and knock that guy out. You keep targeting the far one because you're kind of... Need to keep your distance anyway. Because if a light cruiser runs up to you and torps you, that'd be a bad day. Fire's starting to get under control over here. Let's have you switch targets to this guy and just try and eliminate. Oh, I can see the little 2-inchers going in. Are the 2 inches hitting? Doesn't look like it. Oop. Shell bounced off, I think. Or did very minimal damage. Still have about 40 minutes, so plenty of time. I want to hit this guy a couple more times, and then we'll switch over to the guy that's trying to run away here. Because this guy's engine's out. He's not going to get very far. But I don't think we have to worry about him too much. Same thing here, but I just want to knock him out. Because the cruisers are starting to really protect him heavily. Alright, what's our accuracy right now? 34% on the 10-inch guns? Not as much accuracy there. If that flooding had been a different compartment, he'd probably be done. Yeah, this guy's flooding pretty nice as well. Oop, got a hit there on us. Alright, one more salvo and I'll switch targets. Those shells don't look very good. That one was alright. Alright. Let's switch targets to this guy. This guy's starting to run too. There's only a light cruiser protecting him though. Got this guy on fire again. This guy's burning as well, so these two might die soon. Oh, we got an engine hit and we're flooding. Let's slow her down. Oof. Yeah, they're starting to hurt us. This battleship is, I think, opened up on us. Yeah, that's starting to hurt. Yeah, some of these transports are just so stubborn. They don't want to go down to gunfire, and it's so frustrating. Well, that was a good hit. It's all at the top, though, so I'm not sure it's doing significant. We got a little bit of flooding. Now, this guy's just taking a pounding. And this guy's fires to put out, so I'm going to go ahead and switch targets here. Switch to the far guy here. He's starting to worry me that he's going to pull away. They're not supposed to run away, but it sure looks like the transports are doing that. Now we got to slow down even more. Yeah, we've taken significant flooding damage. Well, goodbye, battlecruiser. Yeah, that's pretty much put a crimp on our chance of doing this. That guy's gonna get away, and I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Goodbye. That, my friends, is what an ammo explosion looks like. Like, some of these transports are just hanging on by a thread, but I've lost sight of the one that's over here. I don't think we're going to be able to pull this off. Not at this point. Alright. I want to try that one again without rebuilding. And I'm going to go after the warships. I think that was maybe the right thing to do, rather than go after the transports, because the transports take too much of a beating. It takes too long to take them out. Let's make sure we're focusing on the same target, though. So you're 4.9, you're 4.9, so this is the same. These are both the battleships. Yeah, let's stay on just the one. The ships will slightly vary each time you come in, so their armament may be different than they had last time. Ours won't, because I built them. Well, see, the thing is, we don't have to kill them. We just have to cripple them enough so they stop really putting up a fight. Whereas the transports we have to kill. Whereas allowing these warships to just full-on attack me, there's more of them. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea. I mean, we let the transports run, sure, but if they break away from the damaged warships... might be okay. Granted, with the armor on these battleships, we might not be able to do a whole lot. This is a transport. That's a transport. CLs would be too hard to hit. And they're not really threatening until they get too close range. If they get close range to us, then they're a problem. But as long as they're far away from us, the light cruisers aren't really too much of a threat. It's the battleship and the heavy cruiser that's the problem. Right now, we don't have any of them identified yet. I think this is the heavy cruiser. Seems like the battleship has a really damn good armor, though. We're not really doing a whole lot. Those are all partial penetrations. And the heavy cruiser is aimed at us in a way that we're probably not going to do a whole lot of damage to it either. When they're heading straight at me like this, it's really difficult to actually get a whole lot of damage on them. So maybe we go after this one instead. I mean, our... We're going to have to wait for confirmation to get any information on these guys and what kind of guns they have or anything. I mean, our guns, I think, are much more advanced and accurate than theirs are, which is why we survived as long as we did. Now, if they're going to head on to me like this, they don't have as much firepower, so that's fine, especially with these pre-dreadnoughts. It's this guy that's going side on, so we want to hit him. Yeah, see how much more damage we're doing? Although we took a hit that's on giving us some fire. So just keep attacking this guy on the side. Now we're not supposed to. Now we're not doing as much damage as I'd like. All right, what do we got? You don't have any information on them yet. We're still identifying. Oh, here we go. Ooh, 13-inch guns. That is scary. Is this guy going to be the same class? I am, but me moving fast also makes me hard to hit. Which right now, with the armor we have, probably more important. Okay, this guy's starting to turn on us. Okay, we still don't have info on this guy. Let's switch to this target. We'll keep pulling out. But yeah, he's turning to get his broadside on me. This guy's burning. I mean, he's not that heavily damaged, but... This guy's starting to get pretty damn close, so our guns are going to be accurate, and he's getting right. You have torps, so I do have to worry about that. 10-inch guns. Not really sure how you fit 13-inch guns on this platform. Those are scary looking. Oh, F you, game. How did he hit with that bullshit? That was his first salvo, too. God, this game. And the RNG. Well, we're screwed. Because that ship's pretty much knocked out. Because he hit me with 13-inch guns. And they all pretty much hit. Alright, I think I'm going to rethink this. I think, honestly, we got kind of lucky the first time we played this and not getting hit much. Granted, we're getting unlucky in that they have big, powerful guns. So that if they do hit us, they do F tons of damage. I'm switching to the heavy cruiser. As it's going to get in and start hitting me with torps, which I don't want to have happen. But I can't believe that. He turned off, got one salvo. It was his first salvo with those back guns and hit with almost everything. What a bunch of crap. Does this guy have 13 guns too? Yep, and he's hitting with them consistently, so another ship has taken heavy damage. So there's a certain element of luck in a lot of ways. You have the luck of the enemy what random loadouts they have. Facing against 13-inch guns is just not good time. And then also just the RNG on whether they hit you or not. Have to keep an eye on him. And it obviously seems like they've upped the difficulty of this mission, because it used to be 1 battleship and 2 cruisers. Now it's 2 battleships and 1 cruiser, so... Well, we're starting to mess up the cruiser here. But 1 ship has a dead engine, which, by the way, we have to slow down. The other one's taking pretty heavy damage as well. Yeah, our armor's not good enough. And although attacking the transports was sound idea, they were being stubborn, and they weren't going down. All right, I think I've had enough of this one. I think we rebuild. I'm gonna go heavy cruisers. I don't think the battle cruisers are enough. I think we need more ships, and I think the heavy cruiser is gonna get us it. So we'll see. In theory, the battle cruisers could do it, and maybe with a redesign, they'd do so even better. But I want to see what a heavy cruiser can do, especially if we can get 3 of them. Might be good enough. I think focusing on torpedoes is the wrong idea with this one, especially if we're just going to try and focus down the transports. Yeah, I think it was on AP shells. I mean, I was leaving it to the AI, so I honestly don't know what they were firing. But I'm sure it says somewhere. All right, let's just turn that off. Obviously, the speed needs to go up. We'll go, I don't know, 24 knots, probably okay. Let's go with the better technology here. So I want 3. I'm not sure we can afford it, though, because I don't have a lot of money and I haven't really done anything. So we may have to slow it down, although I don't like the idea of that. Let's get our bare minimums. We'll kind of decide on what we need to do after that. Yeah, we're at 30%. I haven't even done anything yet. Funnels. Might be one of those times where we reduce the tonnage. Because again, we're far away from the tonnage requirements. Oh, I forgot. Armor. You see, our armor is actually better on this cruiser design in a lot of ways. More belt, not so much the conning tower and turret, but we could always adjust it. I need to slow it down too. Oh, that really dropped the cost. Okay, well that's a little bit better. Our efficiency is at 100%, so we're good there. Suggestion on tactics? Go ahead. I like barbettes because I don't like ammo explosions. Granted, that didn't help me last time. Okay, we haven't done our guns yet. I think the big caliber guns are going to be what we want. But yeah, go ahead, Brunswick. I mean, in theory, we have the same 10-inch armament that we had before. And secondaries are completely pointless in this one, because if the idea is to stay far away, I could probably put, what, 5-inch? Yeah, 5-inch casement guns. But those are going to be, like, super non-effective. We could go torpedoes, but again, we'd have to get in close, and I think we'd get murdered. Let's drop the hull down a little bit more. I think I'm just going to focus on the primary guns here. And we don't need all this tonnage. It is shrinking the ship a little bit, so I'm going to have to readjust funnels. Come on. There we go. That's not very good on the though. I think it's one of those things where we're going to have a hard time with the displacement no matter what I do. This is one of those ones where I feel like I'm going to have to play with it quite a bit before I figure it out. Circle around to the back, pull them out of formation. That's not a bad idea. It actually sounds like a really good idea. Maybe I can get away with... That's really finicky. I want as much... I guess we could go more better boilers. Yeah, might be what we... If that's the case, we can drop the tonnage more. It'll give me more money to work with. And we'll go to... Forced... Get me more... Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, Brunswick. That makes sense. Although it seemed like the AI was doing a good job of screening the transports. We'll see. That's kind of what I did before, was I pulled away, and it seemingly was more effective. So I agree with you on that. Honestly, I think we just try and get our shells to be as good as they can be. You can make an argument for something like Lyddite. It will give us a high chance of that we catch fire or have an ammo explosion. But if we go pure HE against the transports, this is going to give us the best damage for our HE and also will give us a lot of chance to get a fire. So, and it's also relatively cheap. And then I think we go heavy on the shells to make them, again, for the HE damage and HE fire chance. Then we have time, we have money left over. We can do semi-auto. I don't know if I'm gonna buy... Oh, we need range finding. Okay, we can still afford that. I don't know if we can afford much of an improvement in armor. From a range, deck would be more important. So let's focus on... okay, we can't do a whole lot before... Okay. So in theory, we have the same armament of 6 10-inch guns. So that hasn't changed. I'm not going to even bother with secondaries because I think it's just going to waste money. And I want to have as many cruisers as I have. In theory, now that I have 3 ships, we will be increasing the firepower of our main guns by 50%. And although we don't have the 8-inch guns, which I think we're doing good damage, we're kind of replacing the 8-inch guns with just more 10-inch guns. And in theory, they should be more accurate than the 8-inch guns anyway. So from that standpoint, I think this is the better idea. Just get more big guns firing, and that's where our technology is put in anyway. And I hope this works out. Let's see. I mean, I don't know what else to do here. I can't stick any more guns on here because the hull really won't take it. We could put bigger guns, but really the biggest gun we can do is an 11-inch gun, and we lose a lot in technology with that. We do gain in damage. Yeah. Good point there, too. All right. Here we go. All right. So first things first, we do not want to hit their main ships. What I want to do, I have to really look here. So that's a transport there. That's a transport. The transport is kind of in the middle, it looks like. Yeah, okay. Exactly correct. Let's go for the lead transport, because we are going to go this direction initially, but we are going to pull off this way. Oh, this time we are German, I take it? No, we're the same, I think. All right. Go, go, go. Nah, that's fine. You're doing a good job. A lot of this is just like learning the tactics and stuff, because I do have a knowledge of the technology to a certain extent, but I don't really have that much knowledge and tactics. That's one of the things I'm kind of learning. There's the ranging shots. Currently, our accuracy is at 17%, which isn't too bad for starting salvos. But we need to put it on HE, like, immediately. Almost messed that up. Okay. Starting to actually get real salvos in. There we go. Great hit. That one's off, but that one did pretty good damage, and pretty go. Guess we lost sight of him. All right, switch target to the other transport because we lost sight of that one. Okay, they're doing their range finding right now. Okay, let me continue the turn off here. And the turnaround. Yeah, so we lost sight of that one transport, but we've got time. Like, that's one of the things I need to also respect, is we have plenty of time to do this in. So we don't need to rush it. Fortunately, we're not really hitting much here. 15% here. Might be better with the Lusitania and the Steyr. The back. Because our other ship's pulling away right now. Ooh, that one bounced off. That's good. So they got smoke. Okay, we got some hits. That salvo is probably going to be the last one we fire over there. Because that's there in the smoke right now. These guys aren't covered, though. I think that's another transport. Yeah, yeah. Got them burning, so they'll do some damage. And we'll just pull away. They're not really protecting these back transports at all. So let's take a look. Do we have any information on these guys yet? Not really. Yeah, fire is going to be our friend for this one. And with the light-eyed, I think we've got a good chance of that. I just hope we don't get ammo explosions again. Okay. That turn. Turn away. Yeah, still don't have any info on the battleships and stuff. Doesn't look like it's going to be very accurate. We're up to 27% here. 27% there. I mean, he's got a good broadside. That looks good. Boom. Yeah, alright. Good hits. Okay, we'll continue to circle away. This seems to be the ideal target right now, so we'll just keep on him. Maybe another salvo or so. Yeah, we'll just pull away. So these guys are going to take a little bit of time to get there. Ooh, we got a little bit of a fire ourselves. Okay, and you haven't fired, probably because your turrets are turning, so... Okay, let's switch targets now. Let's let this guy burn. Especially if we lost sight of him anyway, so... Fire isn't really that threatening, it's just in one compartment. And we've got good fire suppression, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, ranging shots. Ooh, we hit him with a ranging shot. That's luck. Alright, let's speed up a little bit as we make these turns. That looks good. Yeah, that was really good. Okay. Hold on while I kind of evaluate our target here. You got a lot of fire. Let's switch targets. Let's go after this one. We're going to pretty regularly change targets, I think, here and let the fire do its work. Also, I figure the more transports we damage, the easier it is going to be for us. Because we can slow them down and stuff. Make it hard for them to run from us. Oh, we are starting to lose a lot of our vision here. Oh. Fortunately, we lost vision. So it's just this one transport we can see. Let's circle around here. We have done what Brunswick kind of advised. We got these guys over here. This transport's unprotected. More or less. Alright, what are we at? 20%, 25%, 16%? Okay. This guy's probably not going as fast as his engine rating because he's trying to stay in formation while making a turn. These shells don't look particularly good. We got one hit. These ones look okay. Okay, a little high, but we did get a damage there. Alright. A little unsure what to do when I can't see the enemy transports, but we'll just focus on the one we can. Another hit. Another hit. Yeah. Makes sense. Oh, I can't see any of the transports anymore. That's unfortunate. Well, we'll go after this head, the armored cruiser here. This is the only target we can't hit. 10-inch guns. They got 13-inch guns again. That sucks. 8-inch guns on the cruisers. Actually, this light cruiser is different than this one. What's your top speed? 22.5 knots, 21. So they'll never be able to catch me. 21 and a half, 15 and a half, 15 and a half. Okay. I'm still on HE shells, I just realized. Let's go AP. Might be a little far out for that, but... Fair accuracy. 11%. 13%. 11%. Where the hell did the transports go? Why can't I see them anymore? Yeah, that kind of sucks. We had much better vision with the battle cruisers. That could be the difference in the towers we have. These guys. I'm guessing. You know, it probably would have paid to have a radio. I didn't think about that, but now that we have a fleet, it actually matters. Oh, there's a transport. Switch targets. HE. Turn off a little bit. Okay, we did a little bit of damage to the Lena here. Oh, there's another transport. We have to keep an eye on the light cruisers, but we should be able to outspeed them fairly easily, so... Their torp should not really be a threat. Not unless I stop paying attention. Are those shells on target? They sure are. That was good damage. Now, I'm just turning away a little bit. Give me some distance. Good. Alright, I'm gonna give them one more full salvo here, and then I'm gonna switch targets. I'm gonna let the fire do its work, because it's burning pretty good. Its engine's out, it's flooding. Okay, that's good enough. Let's switch targets. I want to see if the burning will take it, because that is a lot of fire. This guy hasn't been touched really yet. Oh, that's our first real hit against us. 7-inch shell from the light cruiser. Shells don't look good, although that one might hit. There you go. Took out their captain. Another few hits. Good hits. That guy's burning pretty good now. That guy might go down. It's really hard to say. These transports can really take a beating sometimes. I'll let everybody do one more salvo on this guy, and then maybe we try and finish this guy off. Because this guy is taking... Yeah, he's dead. Oh, we get caught side of another transport. He's right in behind. As a matter of fact, we're firing... Both these guys are burning real bad. So it doesn't really matter which one we target. Although the one's closer, but we are already kind of targeting him, so screw it. We'll let the range finding happen and all that. These look good. Not good. Guy's burning real good. This guy's not burning so good. Let's go after him. I hate changing targets after we got a good salvo like that, but we lost sight of him anyway, so it doesn't matter. This guy's burning, but he's not burning anywhere near like that other guy. That guy was burning like practically everywhere. That looks... Yeah, we got another hit there. Alright, so we have 1 out of 6 sunk, which is not necessarily ideally a good rate, but we still have plenty of time. Okay, guy's got 10% structure left. Where do we think the other transports got to? How are you still up with 4%? More than likely he'll burn down, but we'll just keep hitting him because he's the only guy we can see. Alright. 4.5, 4.4. Oh, another one sunk that we couldn't see. So that is that 2 or 3 at this point? It's actually unclear. I need to focus fire here, so let's go after this light cruiser that's the closest. Yeah, let's continue to close here. I think the other ones might be over here. We know there's one in here somewhere, but it's burning so bad it might have already sunk. HE works fine against the light cruiser like this, so I'm not going to change shells. There's a chance to hit, though. I mean, a light cruiser moves fairly fast, although this one's not that fast. Oh, he's got a 1.1% chance to hit me with that 7-inch gun. I mean, this is butt clinch time when you have that coming at you. Unfortunately, it all missed, but... Oh, we found a transport. Oh, good. We hit that light cruiser too. Are you guys ready to shoot your shells? I'll let you guys go, and then we'll go after the transport. Oh, that transport has almost no health left. Oh, you all missed. Damn. That light cruiser is somewhat concerning because it's getting really close. It might try and thwart me. So we may have to change targets from that standpoint. But, see if we can finish off the transport. I mean, it's likely we'll finish off the transport because it's not got a lot of health left. 1%, like seriously? If it's still burning, it might die. Anyway. Okay, it's dead. Let's go after that. Light cruiser, just try and finish it off. This is getting awfully close. I do have to watch the torps because they might do a long-range torp. Oop, got hit there a little bit. It's just a funnel damage though, so it's not the most severe thing. Got a fly flying around in my face. We have to find those transports. Keep an eye on their torps, make sure they're not firing them. What's our chance to hit him? 12%, not ideal, but... Oh, we got it, some hits, and his engine's out, so he's gonna be in trouble now. I'm sure the accuracy's gonna start climbing. We're up to 14% there. 14, 13. Oh, and he's flooding heavily. He's probably gonna go down. Yeah, that doesn't look good for him. Let's switch targets. Yeah, they're probably not at this point. I need to find those other transports. think we have half of them dead. But knocking out the light cruisers are just icing on the cake at this point. I think these guys are over here. But we'll just, you know, move in that direction. Battleship's going to be way out of position if we keep going this way anyway, so... This one's not in bad position. Heavy cruiser's just sitting there. Well, looks like some good hits on that other light cruiser. Oh, did I get hit? I must have bounced off because I don't see really significant damage. 7-inch hit. That was the one that was from a while ago. Okay, they put down their smoke. That's going to make it hard to hit them. Switch target to the heavy cruiser? Yeah, I mean, we've hit it a little bit. We should probably put it on AP, though. Because HE is not going to do a lot against an armored cruiser, I would think. Yeah, that guy's hurt so bad. I'm not going to try and hit him while they have smoke up, though. Because it's probably single-digit accuracy with that. These guys are not even moving, so they're fairly easy targets. Once we get the range in. The shells look really damn close. Up to 17%. This guy wasn't as stricken as bad as I thought. Oh well, he's in smoke, I'm not going to worry about it. Although the smoke is probably obscuring our vision of these guys too. Again, I don't know 100% how it works. Oh, we got one hit. Where the hell are these transports, man? All right, we're up to 20% on our lead ship. Fortunately, his armor is good enough that he's bouncing some of this stuff. I have no idea where their transports are. I mean, you'd think with us being this close, they must be way over here. I mean, if they kept just going the course they were going... That was a good hit. All right. Heavy cruiser's turning away. We're going to switch to the battleship. That battleship will never catch me. So we can just keep going this way. I think this is where the transports went. I'm totally guessing, of course. What's our accuracy at? 33%. Obviously much higher on a battleship. I'm worried about duking it out here, though, because even one of those 13-inchers hit. That's going to hurt. And obviously we're not doing all that heavy damage to him because his armor's so damn good. Okay, the cruiser is turning back around, so after this salvo, I figure we switch back to him. Because that battleship, once we pass him, he's not going to be a threat. Oh, we knocked out his fire control. That's good. Good. Hopefully you'll have a hard time hitting me now. I don't know. I hope I'm going the right way for these transports. You'd think we would have caught them by now, but clearly not. You think they would have turned over here to keep them in between? I don't know if the AI makes decisions like that. I really don't know. I'll just speed up time because it's not like there's anything happening right now. Our accuracy is above 20% on the lead ship. I mean, he's aiming himself in a way it's going to be like hard to do a lot of damage, but frankly, it's not like we have a better target at the moment, so we're just going to keep hitting him. We did get a good hit there. And our accuracy is climbing. Starting to turn into it as well. We've knocked out his fire control as well. Okay. No transport sighted yet. I'm tempted to kill that light cruiser because it's dead in the water. We'll let these guys do one more salvo against that heavy cruiser. Alright. Switch over to HE and kill this light cruiser. This is where if we had secondaries, they'd be opening up right now, but we don't because I'm just trying to save weight and cost. I don't imagine this thing's going to live, though. Because we're above 30% chance to hit because he's just sitting there. You think they're on the other side? Ah, you're right. There they are. Well, let's let them do their salvo against the light cruiser to try and finish it, and then we'll start firing on the transport. That looks pretty damn good. He's dead. Alright. Brunswick is indeed right again. We were able to get some good damage in there, though, to reduce their firepower. I mean, this guy has, these two have fire control knocked out. I had to say something. It was that guy that hit me, I think, with the 13-inch gun. It didn't do as much damage as it could have done, though, so... Knocked out my main gun, I think. We'll have to see if the main gun actually fires at this point. It may not. Obviously, that sucks, but we know where the transports are now, so I think this is going to be fairly easy. We just have to make sure we don't get hit very much more. But at this point, their ability to really attack us is really diminished. We haven't lost any speed. The battleship with still good firing control is way far away from us, with very low chance of hitting us. His chance to hit me was less than a percentage point, so I just want to point that out. I think the AI cheats, man. The AI cheats! I wasn't paying attention. Is this guy firing his main gun? Well, he could fire the gun if he wanted to. Just isn't doing it. Could be the main gun's out, and that's the reason why. I mean, the back gun is still alive and well. So in theory, it could be firing. Oh, we lost sight of the transport. Sucks. Switch back over to AP if we're going to be firing on the transport. Are you steaming away from me? Let's focus on you and get back onto HE. Let's kill the other light cruiser. I didn't do as much damage against the light cruiser as I thought I did. Keep steaming in the direction that the transport was. Not sure where those shells are aimed at. Oh, they're there. Alright, I'll let them get off their salvo. Not a very high chance, but might as well give them a chance. Try it. Yeah, just the back gun's firing now. That might be on. Oh, no, it just missed. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, I mean, again, they hit me with the 13-inch gun. I mean, let's just, again, that was this one. He has 0.4% chance of hitting, and he's already hit twice. I don't know about you, but I'd say that's bullshit. And on my one ship, it knocked out my main gun. So this one, I think, hit the main gun, but I don't think it knocked it out. But it knocked out the rear tower, which is going to make the accuracy go down. Ooh. We hit that guy for a crap ton of damage. This guy's burning real good as well. That looks on. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to survive much more of that. All right, switch back to the light cruiser. Because it's the only thing really able to, like, keep pace with me and prevent. I mean, obviously the battleships can do their Hail Mary bullcrap, but... Okay, that guy's dead. Because his engine just got knocked out, so the accuracy here is going to start to climb, because he's not going to be able to move very fast. I mean, it'll take time for him to slow down, but... Now the question is, where are the other transports? We assume in the same general direction. Looks like they were starting to turn this way, though, so we'll kind of go with that in mind. Yeah, he started to stop. That was way off target. All right, we still got over 30 minutes. Oh, there's a transport. Switch targets, goddammit. When I right-click on the thing, switch targets. Sometimes the right-clicking just does not take for whatever reason. I don't know why. This unfortunately makes me have to turn into the battleships, which I don't want to do. We just turn aggressively and head at it and then try and turn off. I mean, that's my initial instinct. I mean, at least we give them a hard, you know, frontal cone. These transports have managed to stay with these battleships very well. It somewhat surprises me. Can I, This fire just will not go out. I might get hit by a torp if I'm not careful. So I have to keep an eye on that this turn. I could turn harsher, but I'm worried about these guys keeping up at the turn. Some of that looks good. That sure was. I don't know how many transports we have left. I mean, I see a 2 question mark, but I don't see where the second one is. Maybe they're just letting me know that there's 2 more ships somewhere. Although we see where one of them is. Continuing to hit that guy. They go slowly together, yeah. Alright, we'll just keep going this direction. At least this way we keep kind of like on a... I don't know, what would you call it? Perpendicular, right? That's the right phrase, I think. Okay, we lost sight of him, so I guess we're going after the light cruiser. Keep an eye on his torp. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be able to get anything off at me, but... I'm just not sure why we keep losing sight of the transports. I guess they're just hard to spot. But we're actually closer than we were before, so I'm not sure how you lose sight. Something you're getting closer to. And also something that's burning. Maybe because it stopped moving, its engine's cut out. Could be true. Alright, this guy's probably not going to be long for the world. Our turrets are probably turning. Yeah, this guy's totally dead, our main gun there. And this one's still turning. Ah, found it. Go ahead and let these guys fire off whatever they're going to fire off. I'm going to give this guy a chance. Yeah, that looks not good for him. Okay, switch to the transport. In theory, we have one transport. We have no idea where it is. This guy might burn down. So your front turret is completely dead. What about our back guy? He took a shot in the back. Is your turret? Your turret's still working, so that's fine. Your turrets are still traversing, at least the rear one is. Yeah, it is a bit much. As I said, it sounds like they rebalanced this. It used to be just one battleship and 2 cruisers, which honestly probably makes a little bit more sense. I mean, honestly, a battleship being a convoy escort is not something that I think historically makes a whole lot of sense. Because usually battleships don't have the range to do a lot of stuff like that. I mean, you could design it that way probably, but typically, especially the older designs, I don't think could really do that too well. Very expensive to run a battleship anyway, so I don't know if ideally from an expense standpoint you'd want to be sending battleships to do that kind of thing, but all right. Your gun's on target now. And then we have hide and go seek with the last transport. Can't believe you're still alive. Okay, this guy's sinking rapidly. Looks like flooding is going to kill him. Yeah. At 0%. I was going to say, it should have killed him by now. Alright, and then we just finish off the light cruiser. Then try and find the last transport, which I assume is over here somewhere with the battleships. Yeah. Well, again, it is what it is. And they are rebalancing the missions all the time. They're adding missions on, so it's alpha. They'll play with it. It's meant to test things out. Switch to AP so we can go after the cruiser. I mean, if this was the campaign, I could have my ships leave and I'd be happy. You knocked out 3 transports, 2 light cruisers, and you did some decent damage to one of the heavy cruisers. I would say a little bit of damage here. That's significant, but the other ships are mostly untouched. I'm not sure if the turret being knocked out would be classified as significant damage or not. I mean, structurally speaking, we haven't taken very much damage, but from capability standpoint, that obviously weakens us pretty heavily. I mean, this guy can't even get his guns to bear on this. Let's not worry about it though. Let's just keep steaming ahead. Try and find the transport. We assume it's over here somewhere. Yeah, I'd say so. You're probably right there, Leo. There we go. We get his main gun. It just didn't completely get annihilated, but we don't have 13-inch guns, so... this other transport's in here somewhere. I assume it's sticking with the battleships. That was just bounced off. We're at a really bad angle to hit that cruiser. But he's at a bad angle to fire much of anything at us, so... it works both ways. 0% accuracy because you can't even get the gun there. Okay. Did your fire finally get put out? Yeah. It's just really this cruiser that has a good chance. 2.2%. 1.9. Oh, they are getting better accuracy, but we're closing to... oh, don't tell me that's going to hit. Okay. It fell short. Where the hell are the transports? Let's speed up time because it's not like anything's really happening. I mean, maybe somebody takes a critical hit here. But until we find these transports, which I assume are somewhere in this convoy. In theory, their AI is not set to not run away, but that doesn't mean they can't be protective. Found it. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and switch to HE. This is pretty long-range stuff. I'm going to try and stick with it, though. Alright, so Brunswick says, like a convoy from the UK to Russia, a free battleship would sail from the UK to break off from the convoy around northern Norway, but BBs were also needed for hunting ships and shore bombardment, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, well this is our last objective, so everything else doesn't really matter. We're just going to fixate on that. I mean, they could get lucky hits off on me, but their chance to hit is it's getting better because we're getting closer, but it's still really low, and we have 3 ships. They have to take out all 3 ships to stop me, so we just take a significant hit here. It didn't knock out any guns, though. I might need to slow down with this ship. It doesn't say I have to, so I guess we'll just let it go. It's only minor flooding. They'll probably get that under control pretty fast. Good hit there. We can't get our guns on yet, but that's okay. We just keep trying to close distance so we keep vision on this guy. It's past my cat snack time, so they're gonna start bugging me here. As a matter of fact, they already have. Okay, now we're starting to get our back guns, I think, on there. Not quite, I don't think. It's gonna be close. We'll see if this salvo, the back guns fire. No, not quite. You're way off target, buddy. Let's start turning away a little bit. I think we're going to keep that vision. You have a line, though, with your back guns, so... Okay, the guy's flooding, which will make it harder for him to run. I do have to keep an eye on this cruiser, because it does have torpedoes. It might not be able to get close enough to really use them, but... I can't completely ignore it. Ooh, that looked like a good hit. Another devastating hit here. Alright, we'll slow down. Try and make our accuracy a little bit better. Like, again, we just have to knock this one guy out, so... I think we're in good enough range now. 23. 16. Slowing down might be a mistake, but this guy really can't keep the speed up anyway, so... As a matter of fact, he's pulling off the fleet. He's not firing his guns either. Let's go ahead and just attach this guy. Get these guys back into top speed. Of all the ships they could hit, they had to hit the one that has the functioning guns. They're still going after him, so that gives my ships with these other ships a chance. Those look on. You are firing your guns again. Good. Looks like they've switched targets, perhaps, on the lead ship. They're hit there. Trying to pull out to the side here if I can, but... Still going after Lusitania here. Ooh, got a good hit there. Why aren't you firing your gun? Is it the arc? Can you not get on target? Guess I'll turn away a little bit. That's probably what it is. And having that front gun knocked out from that range at that low a percentage chance to hit, that really sucks. Because this guy is just not firing his guns. Which is really frustrating. How about now? You gotta... There you go. There you go. Excellent. Alright, we could probably straighten it out. Okay, flooding is under control. Alright, we're trying. This thing is almost entirely engulfed in flames. I might be able to turn a little bit. It's flooding. Actually pretty badly. Got 70% structure, so shouldn't take much more. But again, these transports can really take a beating from guns. They don't like torpedoes, but I think he may sink. That flooding is pretty bad. That flooding is pretty bad. Did he go down? Or did we just lose sight? I think we lost sight. Alright, he died. That should be it. There we have it. The fade out. So that mission took a while to do, but honestly, this is how these challenges have been going for me. It just sometimes it takes a little while to get your tactics down, to get the right ship design. Let's take a look at this and then we'll take a little bit of a break. Okay, so we have a destroyer attack. Oh, this will be interesting. This will be our first implementation of destroyers. Designed as a destroyer flotilla that can eliminate an enemy convoy and its escorts. The enemy has a strong cruiser for protection that only torpedoes can harm it. You can use two types of destroyers, big destroyer leaders or standard destroyers of smaller displacement. Okay. So our opposition, we have to sink all the transports. So yet again, only transports matter. They have one cruiser and looks like 5 transports. We have the same time frame to do things in. Money has dropped, but I would assume destroyers aren't as expensive. Maybe that's a bad assumption, but I think that would probably make sense.